Bonsoir tout le monde.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our special meeting on Thursday, July 25th. I'm happy to see you. So, we all survived the festival, which is good. I would like to note we are gathering on the traditional unceded Mi'kmaq territory, where the ancestors signed like a peace and friendship treaty with the British crown in the 1700s. Mr. Clerk, we do have quorum. 3 members are missing. That's it. So for the members present, would you like to declare any conflict of interest on the items on tonight's agenda? So seeing none, so that's good. 4 items on the agenda. So because it's a special meeting, simply I need a motion to adopt the agenda moved by Councillor Germaine Galland, seconded by Councillor Janice Cormier. Questions on the motion? Mr. Paul Boudreau? Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not see on the agenda. I don't know if we could add or not. A request for information, not for a special meeting. The regular meeting, yes. What I saw, like in the procedural bylaw, we can add something if everyone agrees. So when we announce like a special meeting, it's strictly limited to those items. This is the point, because it's not, we'll not say like we're gonna announce to discuss 4. It's to be transparent, like with the public. It's not a motion. It's just to ask some questions. So when we're meeting again? 3rd week of August, like a 3rd regular meeting. So that's why I have a problem, like to know the files where we're at. If we could add this on the agenda, is it something we can do? Mr. Clerk? No, because in a sense, like a special meeting, it's called really like to deal with items that are on the agenda, as Mr. Mayor was just saying. So it's really those items that have to be discussed. However, one thing that could be done, Councillor Boudreau, maybe like depending on the question you have, send an email and we'll try to give you an update. Like it could be at least one way to proceed, and on August 19, we can go back with all the answers you need. I find it like so really like the special meeting is called like for the items that have to be solved this meeting. But I saw in the procedural bylaw, we can bring something not during a special meeting for a regular meeting, but not special meeting. I will check right now. If I'm out of order, please correct me. You ask a good question. Do you remember like which part of the bylaw, beginning or end? Yeah, it says that I went to the festival too. Special meeting. Special meeting. During a special meeting, the council can only deal with the items may not transact any business. So there's no follow-up. So anything on the agenda, essentially. So what part of the agenda? Is there a follow-up during a special meeting? During a special meeting, the council can only deal with the issues. They cannot deal with any other items than what's mentioned in the meeting intention, unless all the members present.
Anyway, j'aime pas la manière que c'est écrit, ça pourrait être.
I do not know the way it's written. It has to be done unanimously. Question for the council members. Is it many or only one item is specific or 2? It's questions on the file, ongoing files. But we can give you an example. I have this here. I'm just wondering if you have like a 1 or 5, 6. Okay, that's all I need. I don't need to know the matter at all. Like just he wants to add the item, 5 to 6 different things. Like we already discussed. This is not new business. So I need. Yes, I would accept like a amendment to the agenda, but I need the unanimous consent of the council to do so. And I will follow like the council's wish. Amendment, I need a seconder. Anyone would like to second the motion? Councillor Jean-Claude, I second. Thank you. On this note, just to make things all in favor, raise your hand. Against? 2 against. So it cannot be discussed today because we have 2 against. Thank you. So on the initial motion to adopt the agenda as presented, or all in favor saying aye, against nay. One motion carried, 1 nay. Number 5, motions and resolution. 5.1, like selection committee for the new like CEO. Mr. CEO. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, you are the outgoing CEO. It's quite simple. Like as you know, like we are looking for a new CEO, and usually like the council needs to create like a selection committee to proceed with the interviews and come back to the council with some final recommendation. So this is essentially like this is the resolution based on the names you provided as a mayor. So it was to recommend like 2 council members, Councillor Janice Cormier and Councillor Peterborough, and 1 citizen, a former CEO, as an independent expert, Mr. Gerard Beliveau, and the recruiter, Kenneth Lausier. And promotion, I need a motion. Moved by Councillor Emile O'Brien, seconded by Councillor Germaine Galland. Questions on the motion? If not, all in favor saying aye. Against nay. Motion carried. Thank you. 5.2, once again, because of the leaving of the new senator. Like, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Of course, like due to the fact like tomorrow will be my last day as the CEO with the town, and the process will only starting might be 8 to 10 weeks, like possibly before, without having like anyone like without CEO. So I would need, after discussing like internally with the directors of different departments, no one was really interested to take over alone, because it's a lot of work, like above and beyond like what they're already doing. But the recommendation was that we have for the council, it would to appoint like a CEO by interim, like until like the CEO is in his position. So the clerk, Sylvia Montreuil, would take care of all like the council involvement, like the council meeting, and all the legal aspect of the and legal advice for the town. Anything from the lawyers, every file's like in the hands of our lawyers. And Sylvia would deal with them as a clerk, and all the interactions and the meetings, and prepare the agenda for the council. And our economic and tourism development, Danny Pellerin, would be like the co-management by dealing more like with the daily administrative task of programs and services of the town, like any like a question or financial issues or budget issue, like employee management and relationship with the union. If so, it would be mostly like things done in the background, and he would be working with the management team I have a lot of confidence in the administrative team. We have a very good team. But of course, we need someone like to take a final decision from on behalf of the administration. So Sylvain and Danny, so they accepted like to share this task as described. Thank you, Mr. CEO. Mr. Deputy Mayor, if you'd like to read it, sir. Appointment of interim CEO. Be it resolved that the council nominates Sylvain Condren, the Director of Economic Development and Tourism, Danny Pellerin, as co-CEOs by interim until a new CEO be in its position. Sylvie Condren will deal with all the files involving the council meetings and legal files of the town, all the legal advice from our lawyers, and Danny Pellerin will be responsible like for all files involving like the daily operations of program services of the town, including finances, employees, and union. I shall move by Sylvie Colette Boudreau, Deputy Mayor, and seconded by Councillor Janice Cormier. Questions on the motion? Councillor Jean-Claude Bertin. Just for information, you explained it because the situation of the wharf has not been solved. And putting like a situation as a CEO, could it be a conflict? So that's why like all the legal files, all the legal advice, all the interactions with lawyers, they were assigned to Sylvain as a clerk, because the public could see like I'm talking of the individual, but I wouldn't like for him to be the town be put in a situation where it could get back to against them. Like no. And Mr. Pellerin is not interested in getting to that situation. So we had this discussion. So that's why we divided the task, just to make sure like it's Sylvain as a clerk will be responsible for all interactions, legal advice, and interactions with our lawyers. Seeing no other question, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Against, nay. Carried. Thank you to you too, like to help the municipality with this, because we know like we're losing like a person that has a great played an important role. So we're hoping it will be as brief as possible, so you're not overwhelmed, because you're both doing a lot in your respective roles. 5.3. Attribution of the contract Cul-de-Sac Saint-Joseph Street. Mr. McEwen, so we'll let Monsieur McEwen deal with the next two files. Good evening, everyone. So 5.3, like the item is contract award Saint Joseph Street, Cul-de-Sac. So you're familiar like with the scenario, like where we purchase like some land like to build a roundabout required, and so we went to tender for this project. So the tender closed on July 23rd, like 2 days ago. We got this 4 like proposal, and the lowest one, BBK Transport Limited. So it's within like the budget available. So we decided to go forward with this. Councillor Jean-Claude Bertin, if you would like to read the motion. Thank you, Mr. Therefore, be it resolved to award the contract for the construction of the cul-de-sac on Saint Joseph Street to BBT Transport Limited in the amount of $412,753.56, including net HST. Funds will come from the General Capital Projects Borrowing Board. Moved by Councillor Jean-Claude Bertin, seconded Conseiller. Questions on the motion? This all in favor, signify by saying aye. Question Roland.
I was looking at the screen. No, Your Worship, it's a mistake. What's the timeline on this? I don't have the information in front of me, but I think that it would be 5 to 6 weeks of construction. And they'll start pretty soon? That's my question. And as an aside, I'm happy to see 4 bidders, 4 tenders. It has the Cormier seal of approval. That's great to see 4. I like that. It's even better. Thank you. So all those in favor shall say aye. Contrary minded, nay. Motion carried. Thank you. Number 5.4, awarding of the contract for the sidewalks on Webster Street and Sackville Street. Mr. McEwen. So this one, it's for new sidewalks, the 2024 sidewalks. We finally went to tender for the section of sidewalk on the Webster Street between Chesley and LeBlanc, I believe, and on Sackville, north of Brobridge to Route 15. So that's the scope of the project. We went to tender. It closed yesterday, July 24th. Again, 4 tenders. The lowest bidder is Carson Development. It's within the budget, and we recommend going forward with that one. Great, thank you. I would need someone to move it. Councillor Germain. Thank you, Your Worship. Be it resolved to award the contract for new sidewalks 2024 to Carson Development in the amount of $253,779.98, net HST included. Funds will come from account 1-28291, Special Projects, New Sidewalks. I so move. Moved by Councillor Germain Galland, seconded by Councillor O'Brien. Any questions on the motion? If there are none, all those in favor shall say aye. Contrary-minded, nay. Motion carried. Now I would basically need a motion for adjournment. Moved by Councillor Germain Galland. Thank you very much.